and on your job. I'm sorry about that, guys. You would have thought I've learned last week when my phone went hot. You know, I use a ring light to kind of prop up my phone and everything. And I guess I want to say the word be so hot that the phone get hot, but it be the ring light. And so it'll kick my video out because of temperature wise with my phone. So I'm going to make this quick little second video to let you guys know that the next time it goes out, if it does that, that'll be the end of it. I'm not gonna try to come back in. I'll finish up next week or something like that. But we only had a few more verses to go today anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish these few little verses out. That is so funny to me. It's just so funny. It's like the Lord warning you, and He give you instructions and tell you something. You keep doing the same thing, you keep getting the same results. I'll learn my lesson one day with that. Verse 3 says, and 4, we're going to go over both of them and then we'll be done. For consider him that endured, he went through it, okay, such contradictions of sinners against himself, lest you be wearied and faint in your minds. It's the reason why he say that. Let me get on. You have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. This is what it's broken down says. You have to think carefully about or give regard to what Jesus suffered with much of the situation that he was facing. Have to think about that, okay? Those sinners who came up against him, if you don't view it from that standpoint, or at least consider it, you'll get tired of running this race, period. You'll lack strength and enthusiasm, and then guess what? You'll talk yourself out of, in your mind, you'll start talking yourself out of running the race. You'll talk yourself out of, in your mind, the need to run this race and finish it. You have not yet struggled, verse 4, to the point of shedding blood in your striving against sin. We ain't struggled that hard yet. We ain't lost no blood keeping us from that like, oh Lord, I'm losing so much blood keeping myself from sinning. We ain't did that. Only he did, okay? But we know who did. Basically, you have not endured what my Savior went through. He did that. We haven't gotten to that point yet. So before we can sit up here and just say it's hard to stop sinning, you gotta think about what Jesus did. Think about what he endured. Think about how he went through it. Think about he actually went through it. He shedded blood. He lost a lot of blood before they even nailed him to the cross. In that human physical body that he housed, he came in the likeness of sinful flesh. So a lot of people say, he was just a man. He came down here in flesh. He was in flesh. You said flesh is sin, so Jesus was in sin. No, don't get it twisted. Jesus wasn't in sin. He was still a God, even though he came in the likeness of sinful flesh. Meaning he could have stopped everything if he wanted to, just like that, because he's still God, okay? He could have, but he wanted to endure and feel everything. I don't know nobody that's going to do that for me. I wouldn't even do it. I love my babies. And yeah, I probably would die for them. I'm gonna tell that truth right there. But I don't know nobody that's just going to willingly give their flesh for a nation, a people, a servants who keep rebelling against them. I don't know nobody who just willingly would do that other than my Father. Okay? So we haven't gotten to that point, to the point that he did, shedded his blood and lost all that blood before they even nailed him to the cross. He lost blood before he even finished to walk up to the skull. Okay? He lost blood. I really want y'all to get that. I really want you to understand that. He was marred to the point he didn't even look human anymore. He didn't even look like, he didn't look flesh. It was just a lump of bruises and meat hanging off him. I need y'all to get that. Because if you get that, you'll see this thing differently. You'll see it differently. And then your life will not be mundane and repetitious. You won't continue to sin, backbite, lie, hate on your neighbor, or any other of those things in the Ten Commandments, or any other laws that God has for us. You would not be able to walk in those things knowing what he's done for you. When the scales are removed from your eyes, And that's the only time you can get it is when the scale is moved from your eyes, beloved. So just from that standpoint of you knowing that Jesus did all that, took all of that, felt all of that, and then some for you and I. He was rendering service to his daddy. So now what kind of service you rendering to yours? And I'm not talking about your earthly daddy. I'm talking about your heavenly daddy. I call him daddy because he is everything that a father is to a daughter. And he is to you too. A nation, a people, servants, whatever we are, whatever we call ourselves to him. He is all that and then some. Can you look at your life and say, I'm rendering a pleasing service to my Father on my job, in my home, at the mall, online, in church service? And that's what I was saying before the phone.